So I put them all in the same category. But I wrote other pieces of blues information. Because what had happened was that I had found out later on, unfortunately, in my education about people like Langston Hughes, about people like Sterling Brown, about people like County Cullen and Gene Toomer and Claude McKay. And these people had taken the blues as a poetry form back in the 20s and the teens during the Harlem Renaissance, and they had fine-tuned the blues. They had sanded it down so that it became a remarkable sort of an art form. But what happened is that in many instances, we didn't learn about that. We learned about the kind of poetry that nobody could understand. Like on 17th Street, 9th Avenue, when I was a teenager, man, we didn't want to hear nothing about poetry. Somebody say something about poetry, we say, oh yeah, where's he at? Blame on over here. Because we was into shooting the jumper. That was damn near all. So in the 9th grade, like a teacher sneaked up on us and put these pieces of paper on the table, told everybody to read them, and then tell her what we thought about it. So I said, well, it's all right. Shit, I'll try it. I looked at the poem said, what now upside the wall I see? A shadow of an image me. I said, well, God damn, let me read this again. What now upside the wall? In the back of the room, somebody said, hey, this must be deep. Because you know, like, this must be deep is like a drape that we throw over everything, you know, like what we must be, this must be deep means that like, I recognize all of these words individually. But damn if I can get anything out of the order in which they currently appear. This must be deep. I mean, because you figure it must be deep, it's in this book. You say, well, why the hell would they put it in this book if it didn't mean nothing? Because ordinarily you read that, it don't mean nothing to you. You say, hey, this must be nonsense. But you don't want to say that with the teacher standing right next to you. Why you give me this, you know? So you say, hey, this must be deep. And what happens is that when a lot of folks get ready to write poetry, that's what they decide they're going to be, deep. They decide they're going to be poetic. So they come up to me, people come up to me sometimes and say, hey, read my poem. I read it. What now upside the wall I see? And the only thing I can say to them is, hey, this must be deep. Because like being influenced by the kind of poetry that we were all introduced to, people feel as though like the way to be poetic is to make sure that there's certain little parts of it can't nobody understand. Why would you need a poet to make things more complex? Two winos to make things more complex. One of them say to the other one, well, is it, well, is that you? And the other one look at him right serious and say, yeah. And they communicated. You see, if communication is what it's all about, as far as most people sitting around watching, it could have been two poets talking to one another. They didn't have a clue. So the idea became not only to use ideas that were familiar to people in the community, but to use the language that everybody could understand. Of course, this poetry was always put down as street poetry because, of course, that's where the people were. People were on the street, and these were the people that you wanted to communicate with. Did an idea one time about how often it is that folks brother and sister one another, and how rare it is that something actually comes out of that people can grasp onto. Did a poem about the fact that oftentimes the people who are doing the most talking and the kind of conversations that you run into around this neighborhood should be the ones doing the most listening. The poem we did was called Billy Green is Dead. The economy is in an uproar. The whole damn country is in the red. The taxpayers is going up. What? You say Billy Green is dead. The government can't decide on busing, or at least that's what they said. Yeah, I heard you when you told me. You said that Billy Green was dead. But let me tell you about these hot pants that this big leg sister wore when I was partying the other night. What you say? Billy took an overdose. Well, now, junkies will be junkies, but did you see Gunsmoke last night? Man, they had themselves a shootout and folks was dying left and right. At the end, when Matt was cornered, I had damn near give up hope. Why you keep on interrupting me? You say my son is taking dope. Well, then call the law and call the doctor. What you mean I shouldn't scream? My only son is on narcotics. Should I stand here like I'm pleased? Is that familiar to anybody? Check out what's inside your head, you see. Never seems to matter when it's Billy Green who's dead.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. That was Gil Scott Heron. If you ever heard that the revolution will not be televised, he is the person who said that the revolution will not be televised. Now, I sat back and, as is customary, I started a lot of trends on this KL sector of YouTube that a lot of people have picked up and ran with, you know. And let me see if I can close this. Ooh, shit. All right, that's good. I started a lot of these trends out here that folks are picking up and running with now. And I don't say that to say that I'm somehow better than anybody or anything like that. That's not my intentions. That's not what I'm saying at all. Um, what I'm saying is that, yesterday I saw Sharon Wincap go out here. She did videos about me. She did videos on Dottie. Did videos DJ Debo. I don't know if she did a video on one Pat Poops, but everybody who she chooses to come out and do some commentary about is actually people who had their feet on the ground. You know what I mean? It's not folks who then sat up doing this here shit, you know, recording videos where you just sitting over here, you just talking endlessly, spewing a bunch of fucking nonsense. But you actually want to put your feet on the ground. And with that woman, what her problem what her problem is that she ain't never put her fucking feet on the ground. You know what I mean? And you can't affect no type of change if you sitting over here. I'm gonna try to not use profanity, um, so that this video don't get messed up in the algorithm. But if you sitting over here, you sitting behind a desk or you walking and you all that you got is critiques and comments about the people who's actually doing, but you yourself not doing anything, then that's a problem. And then you going and if you notice, the non-doers surround themselves with other non-doers. Okay, the non-doers surround themselves with other non-doers. People who sit up in here and they hide behind things and hide behind conspiracy theories and all of that stuff. I said this 3 years ago, and I'm gonna reiterate this shit today. People, and I didn't cuss. Y'all know I can't control that. People sit up and they hide behind conspiracy theories because it ain't no responsibility in the conspiracy theory, right? Shahrazad Ali said that, hey, black folks go to church and they pray to Jesus every Sunday because it ain't no accountability with Jesus. But you would disrespect the man you got at home and go to church and pray to Jesus because Jesus ain't here on earth. You feel me? That's something that you're going to get in the forever after, but you'll disrespect the man that's here on earth for the ever after. And the reason why I highlight that is to say that you got a bunch of armchair revolutionaries who sit back, hide behind other people. They sit back, they want to strike this and strike that, and they play a bunch of reindeer games because you ain't never got out, took your boots, put your boots in the mud, and got your feet dirty. These people ain't never took the time out to put their feet in the mud and get their feet dirty, get their hands dirty. You know, you can't have clean fingernails when you out here in the field. It's impossible. But you got a bunch of folks that's sitting over here and they got everything to say. Oh, well, Robert, he wrote this letter and he told this person and that person and that person to do this, and this. Well, ask yourself. Ask yourself. And I'm gonna drop some names. I'm gonna drop some facts. Okay. Now, the first person who we heard really come out here and do some activism and talk about Robert Kelly and all of this was Sharon Winbush. And so if she was the first person, it first was like Sharon Winbush, then it was like Levi, then I think it was Phases. Then Phases came out with Kip, you know, and Kip gave way to Dana, and then somewhere in there is the fish pussy girl out of Tennessee, and then you mix in Larry or what have you, who he was actually arguing the opposite. But these people, they came out pretty much in sequential order, and they have this tie where they like, well, we were the first ones doing it, but did you affect change? No, you didn't. No. And when you start talking to people who actually and put their boots on the ground, you over here talking to you got a man that can't read, and then you got a wincap basically sitting over here talking about some his words say this, his words say that. Now I just sat on this YouTube thing, and everybody ain't my flavor. Let me be the first to say that. Some people stuff is just too dry, it's too boring. Some people's stuff is just too much chicanery, too much buffoonery. Some people's stuff is just like stuff that I fur away from. But I got a gist of what what everybody's setup is. Okay, when I go over to Sylvia, I know we're gonna be talking about the affirmations. We're gonna be talking about YSL, so on and so forth. When I go over on Debo, shit, I know he gonna be talking about that board, and he just gonna take it there. All right, I know that. All right. If I go, I tune into Dottie. Dottie gonna, she gonna read some of the motions. They gonna be touching on certain points. And when you go over to Prima Hole's page, it's gonna be a bunch of conspiracy theories, collages, a whole bunch of nonsense, where you sitting up in there, you like, I recognize these words individually, but when you put them together, it don't make sense. This must be deep. That's a callback for those of y'all who understand comedy. But you gonna go over there, you gonna see a collage. Then you gonna see some on the community wall that's gonna tell you to subscribe to that weak ass Patreon. Save your $5. It's nothing there, nothing worth your time. If you go over on Levi for Kelly, I mean, you gonna get a nigga who think that he's R. Kelly. I mean, you gonna get, well, fuck it. When you go on Levi for Kelly, I'm gonna show you what you gonna get on over there. This is what you getting over there. Y'all can't hear that? She said there's something wrong with the sound. Can y'all hear it? Can y'all hear it? Can y'all hear it? Nay say it's something wrong with the sound. Can y'all hear it? Hold on. Can y'all hear? Okay, they said now they can hear. Okay. Listen, what I was saying is that when you go over on Levi, this is what you're going to get over on Levi. This is what you're getting over there. Hold on. Let me make sure that y'all can hear it. My fault to the congregation. This is what you're getting from Levi.
I'm standing here looking in the mirror, saying damn to myself, I should have known the day would come when she would find somebody else. And all the things I took her through, shit, I shouldn't have lasted this long. That nigga said, and all the things I took her through, shit, I shouldn't have lasted this long. Oh my God.
That's what y'all getting. You feel me? Matter of fact, shit. Here you go. Shit, this is what you get.
I wish. Rolling through the YouTube streets, just stop by to say what's up, to let you know your baby boy ain't doing so tough. And even though your past gone on 4 long years, still waking up late at night crying tears, yeah. Just thinking about those days you used to talk to me, smiling while I'm sipping on this Hennessy. And remember we bragged on how rich we would be. To get up out the hood was like a fantasy, yeah. And now we hear your songs that the radio don't play. And I can't believe my ears and what everybody's saying. Boy, I tell you, folks don't know the half. I would give it all up just to take one ride with you. How we used to kick it on the front porch. And how you used to lay back and smoke weed. And all them little basement party joints you do. Now I'm missing you. How I wish, yeah. I wish that I can touch you now. I wish that I can hold you now. I wish that I can talk to you, be with you somehow. Oh, I know you will be in a better place. Oh, yeah. Even though I can't see your face, just know that I am down with you and everything's okay. Yeah, come on, y'all. And if we make it out this thug life, let me say that again. And when I make it out this thug life, I'll see you again someday. I wish. Ever since that money came, it was nothing but stress. Sometimes he wanted to trade in his success. Y'all looked at Rob and say, boy, you've been blessed. But y'all didn't see the inside of his unhappiness. Man, I swear this shit gets heavy like a ton. That's why y'all see a nigga on YouTube shooting his shit off like it's a gun. That's why y'all see me on YouTube shooting this shit off like it's a gun. Oh, I wonder how his friends would treat him now, since he's not iced up in a Bentley in a house. That's why you fake ass niggas get fake ass digits and you fake ass hoes get real player hating them. That nigga is bad as hell. Who I wonder how my friends would treat me now if I wasn't iced up in a Bentley in a house. That's why fake ass niggas get fake ass digits and you fake ass bitches get real player hating them. Honey Love go platinum and y'all ass come around. But y'all don't want to raise the roof until his shit is going down.
I got to get my composure. That's what you get when you over here, you listening to all these armchair revolutionaries. Niggas talking about some, oh, Kim Fox, she came out and she solicited witnesses to come forward. So we done went over here, you know, before we knew any better, we listening to these dumbass fools. Listening to these people, you know, and they just sending people off. And then they come back and then they try to flip the script. Oh, you stole money. But people accuse you of what they guilty of. They say my dog is out. Now you got Sharon Wincap. She wants to be Drea hyena face ass. They say you wrong for making us listen to that. He was wrong for singing it. He wrong for singing it. I'm not wrong. I'm letting you know. Like, these are a bunch of armchair revolutionary. You got Levi that want to be R. Kelly himself and shit. Like, who does that? This nigga will sit up in here. He will show you a picture of R. Kelly. Then he'll cut back in with his face. Like we somehow, like we got it confused. We got the wrong person. Like he gonna cut over to his face. Like we gonna confuse him with. We gonna confuse him somehow with R. Kelly, dude. But I digress. You come over here, you listen to buffoonery, chicanery, and all types of other bullshit. And then these folks, they run, they pick beefs, they pick wars with everybody else. And all that I'm saying is, if y'all are so tight, if what y'all was saying is so true, then how is it that you went from making pages or y'all went from commentary to now all of a sudden y'all get offended? Okay. Fake recording jail calls. Casey McDaniel said it the best. You get these folks, man, they come on, now all of a sudden what they saying is God. Now, if Dottie's somebody who done sat over here and I didn't watch her read motion after motion, I didn't watch her read the actual commentary that the judge had put out. Now, long story short, Oko, like shit, I'm not in Oko. I'm not in Oko, but Oko still be in the chat. Shit, it's early. Oko is like the sweet spot for Oko is like 5:30 to like 8:30. Shit, they don't come in early in the morning like this. A lot of them out there on the West Coast. But anyway, I digress. My point is that these folks all come over here and they get, you done seen person after person. You done seen Sylvia, you done seen myself, you done seen Dottie, you done seen Debo to a certain degree. You know what I mean? Breaking down what's actually said in these indictments. Okay. You done seen Debo. Matter of fact, let me give praise where praise is due. Debo was the first person I seen read the indictment and break that shit down. He broke it down. He was the first one who read the indictment and broke it down. Then when I came, I started breaking it down a little bit further. And then others followed. Now that ain't to say like, yo, I'm this, I'm that, but that's just to say Debo started some stuff off breaking down like, yo, this some bullshit. Did you read what they wrote? This shit weak. And really started exposing the government for the lies that they put out there. Now you got folks talking about some, You know, he said communicate with him like this, communicate with him like that. A man who could barely read telling you what to do, and you somebody who's out here on the ground, you reading this stuff, and you seeing it play out in the media, the news, stuff that he's cut out for, or he's cut off from. Let me say it like this: things that he's cut off from. And Dottie made the executive decision. And I stand behind her. I stand behind her in what she said. But the point is that, you know, you going to have Bozo. Bozo being a terrorist. Now, the fish pussy girl out of Tennessee, she want to talk about provocateurs when she's standing right next to the biggest Asian provocateur that there is. Now, I don't know about y'all. I don't know about where y'all from, but whenever you see somebody that put blue, green, and red, and yellow, and all this type of shit in their head, yarn braids, that's pretty much a signal to say, yo, if you got a little bit of extra change, she gonna go. Or like you heard Gil Scott Heron say, you know, if I go and give me some money, I can find me a woman. It's one of those. You feel me? It's one of those. You know, all right, have a good day at work, butterfly nest. But you have folks who want to sit up in here after people that spent their money flying all across the country to be there. People that drove, they didn't use their gas. Folks that invested their time and their advocacy. All of a sudden, Sharon Wincap got a problem with it, but where was the problem when folks? Where was the problem when a man was asking for somebody to do a march? You feel me? I want to take y'all back for a second, because before that protest happened, not the field one that nobody came to with Dana, but the one where one Papoose originated it, and then Debo and T Baby hosted it. You know, R. Kelly asked for folks to go and do a march. Now, surely the cousin should have done it since he's close. Or Sharon Wincap should have did it, but it took a collection and a body of people to go there, to get up there to Chicago to actually go and march. And you know what I'm saying? I'm putting I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna put away all of the petty grievances with Lisa Cassandra and Lily, and I'm gonna put all of that stuff away, because I done made the decision last night that I wasn't finna argue with folks that I actually seen her. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, even if folks showed up and they was across the street, even when folks showed up and they weren't necessarily across the street, they was there. They was close enough to the action. So I gotta let all of the petty shit, even if I feel like we talk a little bit too much, you're not gonna really hear me say nothing else about that, because it didn't happen. It's over and it's done now. And she showed up, but and that's something I could respect. But what I can't respect is motherfuckers who never showed up. They never came. They sit on the internet and they immerse themselves. They immerse themselves into the circles of other dope things. They immerse themselves in the circles of other dope things. Now, Sharon Wincap said, this man's best thinking at 42 years old has him working for $8 an hour as a mall cop or as a security guard. And then they go over here and then they create relationships with Bozo. Like, I mean, come on, man. Like, let's really talk about this. Let's talk about it. You feel me? And what I'm saying is, all right, cool. All of us, we have our competitive differences. You know, everybody wants somebody to watch their show, or you know, they wanna be the voice. All right. Put that shit aside. It's certain people that you done seen out here who have stood together, bro. They have stood in unity. And it was nothing to be gained off of it. Now, ask yourself, somebody who's sitting over here talking about, oh, I'm the voice, I'm the only one who has the authority to speak for him. Okay. If you're the only one with the authority, then why are you picking fights with everybody else who's saying something? And why is it that everything you suggest is ineffective? If a man got a case in Chicago and New York, why would you tell people, go to Washington, D.C.? For what? For what? How are you affecting the jury pool? What sense does that make? And this is the problem. This is the problem, that you get people who they start talking a bunch of nonsense. They want you to search down rabbit holes. They want you to report Kim Fox, and Chicago ultimately dropped their case, which we knew that they would, because you can't have a federal case and a state case that consists of basically the same crime. But I continue. These folks go out here, they want you to be ineffective, because ineffective people breeds ineffectivity. Like, I mean, come on, like, let's just keep it 100. Ineffective people breeds no change. Okay. All of the advances and all of the gains of civil rights, it was made by people who were on the streets, people who were on the grounds raising hell. The bigger question is why people still having a conversation with a person that don't want to be seen for 4 long years. I had to look at that twice. I was thinking the age of provocation in the lingerie store. But anyway, all right. You got folks, they ain't came out and they ain't shown their face. How can you be the leader of something when don't nobody know how you look? I mean, like, I've been saying that for 3 years. Why is it nobody has seen your face? I mean, even Levi came out and shown his face at some point. I'm sorry, I keep calling him Levi. Even Gregory, even Gregory Stubbs has came out and shown his face at some point in these last 4 years. But we ain't never seen this person. They supposed to be the leaders. How they the leaders? And then let me go back to Gregory for a minute. Gregory came out talking about, oh, well, you know, y'all listen, I was at the court date, but y'all know me. Shit, I'm gonna get low because I know how to stay off the scene. Nigga, you 6'9". You stick out like a sore thumb. Nigga, you feel me? How many 6'9" bald head niggas walking around here that don't nobody notice? You feel me? This before we had the facts. Nigga, if you over here, you 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", and you talking about, oh, I was over there, I was ducked off. Bro, you was not there. Somebody would have accidentally caught you on camera. Man, it's hard to mix a 6'9". And imagine how much attention that would have drawn had you had a, you know, somebody that was that noticeable, if you had somebody that was that noticeably tall out there walking with you, you know what I mean? Think of how that would have affected change. But these folks are for Rob just so long as it's from the comfort of my own home. And then they talk shit about the folks who are doing efforts. But one thing is that the talking shit about folks and they effort, that's for people who was actually there. Like, you know, we can sit up and we can point out what the other one did wrong. Because ultimately we were all there. Like, you feel me? Like, do that make sense to y'all? We could talk shit about each other. And that's why folks who actually met each other in person, everybody that had their beefs, y'all done saw it. And then everybody be like, you know what? Fuck this shit. Whatever. I met him, you know, whatever. Because you was there, you like, man, well, maybe I was too heated. Maybe I was too emotionally invested in the moment. You know, let's let bygones be bygones and stuff like that, you know. And then it's that. But then you got the folks who sitting over here, they critiquing, and they wasn't there. Like, I mean, dude, we came in. Folks flew in. They drove in. Folks went to court dates. And none of the people in the title to this video, none of those people that's in the title to this video showed up to the court dates, showed up to anything. Well, I'm sorry. Bozo showed up before he knew he was gonna get his ass whooped. Then he stopped showing up. So we gonna exclude, we gonna, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep that in mind. All right. Bozo, he was showing up early on. And then that was before people found out that he was working against R. Kelly, and he was working and colluding with his attorney, Doug Anton, to sabotage his client's case. But the point that I'm making is that with wincap, with Prima Ho, with Gregory Stubbs, a bunch of these folks have stuff to say. Oh, people know I just don't like dude from St. Louis. Gregory, nigga, I don't know you, dude. I don't know you. And you can't not like no St. Louis niggas because, dude, we just don't know you. All right? Like, a lot of y'all niggas in the D be snitching. All right? That's not no St. Louis shit. All right? That ain't no St. Louis shit. Name a big time nigga from St. Louis who's a known snitch. I can name known snitches from Detroit. I can name known snitches from New York. I can name known snitches from South Carolina. I can name known snitches from Florida, known snitches from California. But where's some known snitches, some badly known snitching going on in St. Louis, man? But these are armchair revolutionaries. Folks who sit back, they got critiques. In the NFL, they call them Monday morning quarterbacks. Folks talking about what they shoulda, coulda, woulda did. A bunch of has-been, wannabe niggas. Folks who get on and then they show you an image of R. Kelly, then come back. They show you an image of R. Kelly, then come back. I used to think that I could not go on. Oh, shit! Hold on. My cousin Rob. And life was nothing but an awful song. Oh, shit, I get wrapped up in my cousin's songs. But now I know the meaning of... Oh, shit. Hold on. All that goofy ass shit. every fucking week, every day. And if you saying something you can stand on, stand on it. But then you got folks who sit over here and complete things. Think about this. The folks over here on this side, of the YouTube streets, they know what their place is, right? We ain't confused about what our place is or what our purpose is. We're not confused about any of that shit. But you had a woman who sat up in here and issued a threat to Oprah. She did a wincap, sat up in here and made a video pointing at flowers. You feel me? The videos like this. Oprah, I know your deepest, darkest secrets, Oprah. I know about that one time you gave Rupert Murdoch head in a Ritz-Carlton in Chicago, Oprah. I know about that too. I know about that pussy that you used to sell back in the 80s to Harpo, Oprah. Don't fucking test me. You and your friends, you're over there talking shit about R. Kelly. Bitch, I will expose your deepest, darkest secrets. Now, this bitch is so delusional that she thinks she gonna expose Oprah. What TV station are you gonna take that to? The video did like 1,200 views. If that, it might have did like 800-900 views. And she over here, she issued a threat to she issued a threat to Gayle King and Oprah. Okay, dude, like these folks need mental help. Like they need mental help, dude. Like when I look at them, they talk shit about everybody. You got folks sitting over here. Oh, Damon Pryor is a part of the case. Old niggas want to buy some pussy talking about, oh man, my little sister, she cold with this shit. She cold with what she know. Man, come on, bro. I've been in the streets for 30 years, man. Y'all not gonna get me with that little brother, little sister shit, man. Vote, you're not gonna catch me with this shit. Here you go. All right. My fault. That shit just popped up. But listen, you got people, man, who's really trying to sit over here and operate on folks' minds. The revolution ain't taking place behind no computer. The revolution gonna take place in the streets. And so when you got these folks, Prima Thotty, a meet and greet with Kills, Gregory, Kip, and Bozo. Well, I mean, man, what it is, man, folks get sold the promise of forever after. And that's the problem, y'all. Folks get sold the promise of forever after. Oh, man. Like, it, and you know what I'm saying? It happened to me, man. Oh, I talked to my brother. Oh, I talked to Rob. Rob said he like what you doing, man. Go ahead. keep on pushing on. Go ahead, keep on pushing on. But this is, man, what these folks are doing, man. All right. Now, I understand everybody is up this morning. You know, yeah, there you go, Corey Bush. Yeah, she down the street. She down there. Her office is about 3 miles away from me. No, I'm lying. It's about 6 or 7 miles. But yeah, she right down Natural Bridge down here. But anyway, long story short, I'm not gonna drag this on now. I understand everybody on their way to work, y'all on y'all way to school, or some of y'all just chilling for the day. It might be y'all off day. But you know, man, I wanted to come on here and you know, say publicly that, you know, hey, I stand behind my folks. I stand behind my people. And you know, hey, I'm not finna come out against folks who I'm not gonna come out against folks who I've seen doing the fighting, and the people who are coming out against these folks, they are the ones who've been sitting over here behind the desk, and they got the most to say, but they got the least amount of action behind what they have done. They got the least amount of action behind it. So, with that being said, y'all, I am going to, I'm going to take it to the bridge, man. Y'all have a peaceful day. May God bless the readers, hearers, and doers of his word. I'm gone. I'm about to paint. Yeah, oh, damn, I got to take it over here. Shit, I got to take it right here. Let's see here. What can we give y'all? Here we go.
Whenever you don't know just what to do, just pray till you break through.
Just praise until you break through. Are you ready for your breakthrough? Oh, well. Sometimes in this life, problems will come your way. Strong winds will blow and you find yourself just trying to make it through the day. Let me encourage you. In those times when you have to go through, there's a weapon you should use. Your deliverance can be found in your praise. Breakthrough praise. Breakthrough praise. Breakthrough praise. Whenever you don't know what to do. Sometimes in this life, problems will come your way. The storm winds will blow. You find yourself trying to make it through the day. Let me encourage you. In those times when you have to go through, there's a weapon you should use. Your deliverance can be found in your praise. Breakthrough praise. It's all in your praise. Whatever you need today, whatever you want, he can handle any problem. He can answer any question. Breakthrough praise. When you don't know what to do. Praise him. I don't care what's going on in your life. If you praise him, you can turn it all around. Just praise him.
Just praise till you break through. Just praise till you break through.
You ought to
Just
praise him.
till you break through.
Just praise
Just
him
praise
for your breakthrough. Come on and praise him.
till you break through.
It's all the way. Try it. Just shout till you break through. You can do it. Just shout. Whatever you need. Shout. Just shout till you break through. Come on and shout till you break through. It's all glory to Him. Come on and bless it. Give it glory. Dance. You are the dance. The joy of the Lord is your strength. Dance. Dance. Do you feel like dancing? You are the dance before the Lord. Come on. Oh, yeah. Praise Him. He's still worthy. He's still worthy. Praise Him. In the morning, in the noonday, in the evening, in the midnight hour. Just praise Him. Praise Him. Just praise Him. Lift up your hands. Be encouraged. Praise Him for your breakthrough. Oh, yeah. Whenever you don't know what to do. Oh, just praise until you break through. Oh, yeah.
Y'all want one more? Do y'all want one more? Do y'all want one more? Y'all ready to get off?
Every day of my life, I get a new blessing. Well, the Lord sends new blessings my way. And He does it over and over and over again. Come on, y'all.
Keep on blessing me over and over again.
Oh, yeah.
You keep on blessing me over and over again.
Talking about the Lord now.
You keep on blessing me over and over again. You keep on blessing me over and over again.
Lord, you keep on blessing me.
You keep on blessing me
over and over.
over and over again.
Lord, you keep on blessing me.
You keep on blessing me
over and over.
over and over again.
You woke me up this morning, started me on my way. You gave me strength to make it through another day. You gave me eyes to see. You gave me a tongue to talk. I want to thank you, Jesus, for giving me legs to walk. Lord, you keep on blessing me.
Keep on blessing me
Over and over.
over and over again.
You keep on blessing me.
Keep on blessing me
Over and over.
over and over again.
Lord, you keep on blessing me.
Keep on blessing me
Over and over.
over and over again.
You keep on blessing me.
Keep on blessing me
Over and over.
over and over
One
again.
more thing. I can move around. I can wave my hands.
I can wave my
When
hand.
you speak to me, I can understand.
Can
Well,
understand.
I've got a home to live in, where I can lay my head. I could have been sleeping in my grave, but you kept me alive instead. You keep on blessing me
Keep on blessing me
over and over.
over and over again.
You keep on blessing me
Keep on blessing me
over and over.
over and over again.
You keep on blessing me
Keep on blessing me
over and over.
over and over again.
Lord, you keep on blessing me
Keep on blessing me
over and over.
over and over again.
And I want to thank you.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
I thank you.
Thank you, Jesus.
you, Lord. So many times you opened doors for me. And if it had not been for you, Lord, I would be standing here today. You made a way for me. You made a way for me. And you did it over and over and over. Oh, yes. If I can get a witness out there